Your art is good. Like, actually good. You know it is. You've put in the hours, you've studied the fundamentals, you can see yourself improving. So why does it feel like nobody wants to commission you? Why are you posting and getting crickets? Well, thanks to some research, I figured it out. And it's not because your art isn't good enough. I mean, it could be, but it also could be something way simpler and way more fixable than that. Make sure to stick to the end because I'm sharing the reasoning on how I accidentally started drowning in commission requests as soon as I opened my commission slots. The biggest reason is something almost no one talks about. As usual, I want to leave a little disclaimer. Everything I know is from my own personal experience and some light cross-referencing. I lucked out like crazy in something that most people struggle in, and I'm not trying to brag. I want you to get that same luck too. That's why I'm making this video in the first place. Even though people will be debating in the comments like my last two videos, more like whining actually. Come on, you gorgeous little gremlin baby. Self-loathing is not how you succeed. Okay, here's the thing that almost every artist gets wrong about commissions. We think of it as a talent problem. We think if I just get a little better, if I level up my shading, if I just figure out my art style, then people will want to commission me. And so we practice and we improve and we post our new improved art and still nothing. Crickets. And then we think, okay, I guess I'm still not good enough, and the cycle continues. I saw so many of my artist friends stay stuck in that cycle for years and years. I'm not kidding. And they were so gosh darn mean to themselves about the entire thing. It's not just destructive, it's actually probably the worst way to go about it, and it severely affects your mental health to do it this way. The truth is, getting commissions is not a talent thing. It's a visibility and a trust thing, which is why I say again and again, in order to be a successful professional artist, you have to think of your art as a business. And I know business is a very scary word. It makes you feel soulless and corpo and you're a sellout. That's not true. Business isn't a scary word, people. My point is people can't commission you if they can't find you. And even if they find you, they can't commission you if they don't trust you enough to actually hand you their money. Think about it like a store. Remember the business thing? You could have the most amazing products in the world, handcrafted, beautiful, maybe even life-changing. But if your store is hidden in a back alley with no sign and the door is locked and the lights are off, well, nobody's buying. Not because your stuff isn't good. Obviously your stuff is good. You draw gorgeous art. Because they literally can't get inside. Your art is the product. Your visibility is the sign. Your commission services are the door. And today we are turning on the lights, people. Okay, step one. And I know this sounds obvious, but y'all are not doing this. You have to be where the people who want to commission art actually are. From what I've seen, most artists post their art on one platform, usually Instagram or Twitter, and then they wait. They'll wait for somebody to randomly stumble across their post, fall in love with their art, seek out their commission info, and actually reach out. That is a lot of steps that all have to go right by pure luck. What do I do instead? I put myself on platforms where people are actively looking to hire artists. For me, it's VGen, could be Etsy, Patreon, Ko-Fi, you name it. VGen is a marketplace built specifically for art commissions, mainly for VTubers, so that's what I go with. But my point is, people go there because they want to commission someone. It's not a general social media platform where you're hoping your art catches someone's eye. However, social media presence is very useful, but people are literally there to buy. I also get clients from Twitter, but not by randomly posting my art into the void. I get them from posting my finished pieces and using the hashtag VGenComs or hashtag commissions open. I could get more commissions if I did things like retweeting my commission sheets or wait lists, participating in art communities, maybe contests. I do not recommend engaging with people who post looking for an artist or the LF artist posts, and even like the drop your PNG thing for VTubers. Some of these people who post these types of things will take your art and use it for AI purposes. And it's also yucky and risky. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I know a lot of people will recommend that you do that, and I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just saying from my own personal experience and from what I've seen, it is way too risky to even participate in. Discord is also pretty risky, mainly because it just doesn't really work. Those self-promo channels are just spam channels mostly. No one will pay attention to you if all you do on Discord is self-promote. It makes you look desperate. Now, being an active member on Discord and casually dropping that you do commissions after being there for a while is fine, though I wouldn't say it's a consistent or reliable strategy. There are also commission advertising Reddit threads. I haven't had much luck there, but you could try that if you want to try, I guess. One thing that I think really set the stage with my commissions, however, is, well, I drew free art. Yeah, but it was for a purpose, and we'll get there in a second. If you're on a platform where you can set up a shop listing, do it. VGen, Ko-Fi, even Fiverr, you know, the social media platforms for commissioning people. Having a dedicated page where someone can look at your prices, even if you aren't on a specific commissioning site, having a dedicated page, like a website where someone can look at your prices, see your examples, and hit order all on one spot removes so much friction. All right, step 2, and this one I see all the time. Someone would DM an artist and say, hey, I love your art, do you take commissions? And the artist would be so excited. Their first thought might be, oh my gosh, a real person to give me real money. And then they'd reply with something like, yeah, it depends on what you want. Just let me know what you want and I can get you the price. And then nothing. Ghosted. Every single time. Y'all are making people work to give you money. They had to figure out what they wanted, ask for a price, wait for the artist to calculate on the fly, probably feel awkward about negotiating, and then decide if it was worth it. It's like walking into a restaurant where there's no menu and you have to ask the chef how much each dish costs. Most people just leave. Here's what you need: a commission sheet. A clear, visually appealing document that shows exactly what you offer, how much it costs, and how to order. Your commission sheet should include commission types with examples, a headshot, half body, full body, whatever, each with a finished example next to it. Your prices, clear specific numbers, not DM for pricing, what's included, a simple background, maybe a complex background, additional characters, you know, things that will be included as like an extra fee. List what you don't draw. This is important for me too, because I specifically don't draw NSFW stuff or gore. This is just important for you, for your morals, whatever aligns with, you know, your belief system, anything that you would draw the line and set a boundary, say, I do not draw this. Please do not ask me to draw this. You know, that's very important. Your terms of service, which is, you know, your payment methods, turnaround time, revision policy, how to order, a link to your VGen, Ko-Fi, or whatever. You could have a message saying, DM me with this form filled out. If you want to know more about learning about the terms of service, what you don't draw, like setting up your services, check out my VGen setup guide. I know it's for VGen, but it'll work for other websites. Go ahead and click on that after this video if you're interested. But the goal is to have the customer do as little work as possible to find out what you do and how much it costs. The more clicks they click, the more likely they're going to give up and go to the next artist. For me, I just send my VGen profile link. Everything is there in one click, they just need to scroll. If they're interested in a service, they can click on that, and that's what? 2 clicks? That's why I love VGen. They should sponsor me. VGen, hit me up. Bang bong, my computer crashed. Where were we? Look at commission sheets from artists you admire. See what information they include. See how they present it. Don't copy their art or their prices, but absolutely study their format. A good commission sheet makes the buyer feel safe, informed, and ready to click order. Put this sheet everywhere, or like me, the VGen link. In your pinned tweet, in your bio, in your card. Make it so that anyone who finds your art can find your commission info in under 10 seconds. If it takes longer than that, you're losing people. All right, step 3, and this one's a little more nuanced, but it makes a huge difference. Your portfolio. Whether it's a dedicated portfolio site, a VGen gallery, or just a pinned post on your Twitter. It's not a museum, it's a promise. It tells a potential client, here's what you'll get if you hire me. And the biggest mistake artists make in their portfolio? Too much variety. Not enough consistency. I see artists all the time whose gallery looks like 5 different people drew it. A semi-realistic portrait, then a chibi, then a pixel art piece, then a watercolor landscape. And then I'm sitting here going, okay, but if I commission you, which one am I getting? Now, I'm not saying you can't experiment. I'm not saying you can't have range. I'm just saying your commission portfolio should show a consistent style so the buyer knows what they're paying for. Something that's predictable, something that you like to draw, something that you can make great every single time. What I'm saying is, how can you make your art predictable so that your commissioners know exactly what they're paying for? Now remember, they are buying your art, the specific way you draw things. That's what they fell in love with. So when you're choosing which prices to showcase, ask yourself, if a client saw only these pieces, would they know exactly what their commission will look like? If the answer is yes, you're golden. If the answer is maybe, depending on which one they look at, It's time to narrow it down. Pro tip, include at least one piece of your portfolio that matches the most common commission type you want to receive. If you want to do VTuber character art, show finished VTuber character art. If you want to do fantasy illustration, show fantasy illustration. Show the thing you want to be hired for, not just the things you had the most fun drawing. Just think about, will you get burnt out if you draw more than 3 of these a week? You want to have fun while doing this. Commissions aren't a job. They're a career, they're a passion project. You want to have fun, you want to enjoy the process of commissioning. And if you aren't enjoying it, then you really need to rethink what you're doing and how you're doing it. You might be wondering, okay, how should I make this portfolio? And this is where I explain a little more on how my main theory to getting flooded with commissions at the start was from. You remember, free art. Free art. Why would you do that to yourself? You're a self-respecting artist, are you not? And I am very much so. Remember, you are acting as a business when doing professional art. And a lot of businesses give free samples as well. And I saw a win-win opportunity. This would make a more realistic portfolio as I would be treating these free clients as paid clients. They would get free professional art. I would get a portfolio piece, practice working with clients, and a potential returning customer if they enjoyed my work. However, I don't think that was everything that worked. It was like a whole bunch of things at the same time kind of thing. Remember to set your boundaries as well. Like, for example, this is what I posted. If you want to copy the template and go from there, just don't copy it exactly. Just be original. You're an artist. Be creative. I think you should definitely do something similar. It'll keep people from getting mad that you didn't draw their art. Anyway, I just wanted to show that to you. I thought it was useful. Anyway, stick around. I have a lot more tips for you. When it comes to advice about getting commission, they usually say you need a network. And when artists hear network, they think they need to slide into someone's DMs and be like, hey, I'm an artist, check out my commissions. Please don't ever do that, by the way. It's cringe, a bit predatory, and will scare potential clients away. I've gotten some myself and it was a little scary. Actually, they were very, very adamant about making sure that I got their commissions. And it was very aggressive. It was like worse than a car salesman. Please don't ever do that. That's not how you get clients. So instead, make legitimate artist friends you truly care about. No ulterior motives, no sneaky schemes on your part. This is exactly what happened with me. I didn't get my big break from cold DMing potential clients. I got it because I made genuine friends in the art community. I supported their work and they supported mine. We talked about art, we complained about client drama together, we critiqued each other, and we hyped each other up. And then when one of them had a friend who needed an artist, or when they saw someone looking for commissions, they sent them my way because they know me and my style and they trusted me. This is how I got connected with VGen in the first place. A friend, shout out to Gear Graphic, literally dropped a shiny little VGen code in my DMs in the middle of the night. Not because I asked, because we were friends and he wanted to help. Your network isn't a list of potential clients. It's a community of people who will advocate for you when you are not in the room. That's worth way more than any ad. We're not done yet. You better not have put that notebook away. I'm watching you. This is the part I told you to stick around for. The thing that took me from sometimes I get a commission to my slots fill in under a day and we have a problem. Ultimately, it is consistency. Not consistency in art, not consistency in posting, consistency in providing a professional product in a way the client expects and is happy with every single time. Although consistency in posting on social media is super duper important in visibility, providing consistently amazing works to your client will have the client gushing about your work to other potential clients. But let's get back to the consistency posting on social media because that's what I wrote this original section for. I just kind of went on a tangent. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. You can be insanely talented, but if nobody sees your art, it doesn't matter. And I'm not talking about hobbyists. Drawing to draw without attention is perfectly fine. But if you want to be a professional artist, there is no point in posting if nobody sees it. And the algorithm, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, VGen's browse page, whatever, rewards people who show up regularly. I started getting significantly more commission requests, not when my art dramatically improved, but when I started posting consistently, when I started sharing process videos, when I started talking about my commissions openly instead of quietly hoping someone would notice. When I started being a presence in my community instead of a ghost who occasionally drops a finished piece and vanishes, that's what matters. I started getting way more commissions. And here's the thing, when you post consistently, more people see your art, just flat out. More people seeing your art means more people fall in love with your style. More people falling in love with your style means more people check your commission info. And more people checking your commission info means more people actually placing an order. This is not magic. This is not rocket science. The artists who are fully booked, they're not necessarily the most talented artists I know. Their art sure is wholesome and I sure love them. Dude, shout out to Yanimations, for example. I love her. Bless her little heart. She draws the most freaking cutest drawings in the whole wide world. That isn't considered. I forgot to put you on the charger. Come back, please. Please. Bum 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 bum. The artists I know who are fully booked, they're not necessarily the most talented artists I know. They're the most consistent. They show up every day, they post their work, they work hard and passionately so. They engage with their community and they make themselves impossible to ignore. You don't need to post every single day, but you do need a rhythm that your audience can count on and predict. 3 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever you can sustain. The key word is sustain. Remember, don't burn yourself out. I want to get real with you for a second because I know how it feels to post your art and get basically nothing back. And I know the voice that creeps in, the one that says, maybe you're just not good enough yet. I've definitely heard that voice. And the voice is a liar who wants to keep you at the bottom. I see too many artists struggling online trying to make a living and getting nowhere. No commissions, no interest. I saw a lot of artists just give up. And what made it worse is I see comments from fellow artists on my videos. Artists I know that could be amazing professional artists. And I don't mean this in a mean way. I mean this in a loving way. Getting openly jealous and hateful that me or other popular artists get commissions but they don't. And I completely understand the hopelessness. Believe me, I have not always been in a good place. What successful artists have is a system. They are visible, they're consistent, they are easy to commission, and they have a community behind them. The day you stop just hoping, or unfortunately, moping, and start actually doing the things I've told you today, putting yourself on commission sites, making a real commission sheet, showing up consistently, and building actual friendships, that's when everything changed for me. Not overnight, but steadily, slowly. Then, all at once. I'm not special. I'm not some marketing genius. I was just a little artist who finally stopped waiting to be discovered, and with the help of some amazing close friends, I started posting online and making myself discoverable. You can do this. I believe in you. Okay, quick recap because we covered a lot. Be where your buyers are. Etsy, Ko-Fi, VGen, Twitter, Reddit, Discord communities, whatever. Stop posting into the void. Put yourself where the demand actually lives. Make it stupid easy to commission you. Commission sheet, clear prices, terms of service, put it everywhere. If someone can't find your commission info in 10 seconds, you're losing them. Your portfolio is a promise. Show consistent work that tells the buyer exactly what they'll get. Don't make them guess. Network like a friend, not a salesperson. Build real relationships. Your community will advocate for you when you're not in the room. And the secret, consistency, is the key. Show up regularly. Be visible. Make yourself impossible to ignore. That's how you go from 0 to fully booked. Now, I want to hear from y'all. What is the one thing from this video that you're going to try first? Because you gotta try one. Drop it in the comments. I genuinely read every single comment, but I'm seriously genuinely curious what resonates with you. And if this video helped you, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps push this video out to more artists who might need to hear it. And if you haven't seen my video on how to price your commissions, go watch that one next. Because getting commissions is only half the battle. Pricing them is that's the other half. As usual, I hope you have an amazing rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at. I love each and every one of you. Toodles! Mwah!